So the drug interaction class was taken before. Okay, let us have a quick revision. Okay, you guys write it down and tell me. Okay, first one is drug interaction between the drug chloroquine and the alkali mixture. Write the mechanism of interaction, result of interaction, and the remarks. Neutral. Okay, more ionization means what? Breaking out, or it is water soluble. Okay, water soluble means it won't be absorbed. Okay, it can easily pass through the urine. Okay, but when it is less soluble or less ionized, okay, it means it is lipid soluble. Okay, so here what happens when it passes through the tubular part of the renal tubules, it gets absorbed. Okay, so now what happens? So this alkali mixture contains two components. Okay, one is sodium bicarbonate and another one is sodium potassium citrate. Okay, that makes that converts the solution into the alkaline. Okay, so now when there will be increased absorption of the chloroquine, okay, so there will be side effects or toxicity. Okay, the normal solution which should be there, it will be increasing. Okay, so it will lead to the side effects. So what is the result of the interaction? What are the side effects it will lead to? What are the cardiac side effects? Hypotension. Okay, then depressed myocardial function, cardiac arrhythmias. Okay, widened QRS complex. Okay, then T abnormalities. Okay, sometimes cardiac arrest. Okay, so these are the cardiac side effects. What are the CNS side effects? It can lead to confusion. Okay, convulsion, sometimes coma. Okay, other might be GI upsets. Okay, vomiting. Okay, headache. Okay, sometimes blurring of vision, deep double visions. Okay, and sometimes irreversible retinopathy and ototoxicity. Okay, so these are the few side effects. What is the remark? So the next one is a drug interaction between propranolol and insulin. Hannah, tell me. Huh? Hypoglycemia. How? Okay, so first of all, we have to know what type of drug is the propranolol. It is a non-selective, so it will act on both the beta 1 and 2. Okay, so what is the purpose of insulin? Where it is given? Diabetes. Okay, in hyperglycemia cases. Okay, so those who are uncontrolled, there we use, okay, insulin. So what it does is it increases the peripheral utilization of glucose, isn't it? So here, if we give a person insulin, suppose the patient unknowingly went to hypoglycemia. Okay, so there might be some features. Okay, some signs. Okay, what the patient will be giving it to you. Okay, so on the basis of that, we can understand that the person might go into a case of hypoglycemia. So what are the symptoms? What are the signs we usually see? Okay, like tachycardia, palpitations. Okay, then sweating, sometimes tremors. Okay, so these are the few signs. Okay, so what happens when we combine these two drugs? Okay, since this insulin will act on the beta 2, okay, in the beta 2 receptors, and it will enhance the so here when the patient will be going into hypoglycemia, the adrenaline will be secreted. Okay, so it will give the sympathomimetic action. Okay, so what happens in a case of sympathetic activity? So these signs are the signs of sympathetic activity. Okay, it is the life-saving signs. Okay, so now if we combine these two drugs, the propranolol and the insulin together, so it will mark the symptoms. Okay, since this will act on both the beta 1 and beta 2, so it is a blocker, so it will block the actions of the beta 2. So like the gluconeogenesis from liver, okay, then the BP will rise here, okay, but the signs like palpitations, okay, directly acting on the heart, the beta 1 receptor will block, it will reduce, okay, palpitations, then sweating, okay, from which receptor sweating happens, which receptors are mainly responsible for sweating, the alpha 1 receptors, okay, for tremors, the beta 2 receptors, okay, so by blocking those it will mask, okay, so what happens, the patient will silently go into hypoglycemia and the patient will collapse, okay, so that is why we shouldn't combine these two drugs, okay. So what is the result? One is it will mask and potentiation of the insulin induced hypoglycemia, further it will lead to hypoglycemia and delay recovering, and sometimes case might go into coma, okay. Other things are it will increase the BP, sometimes angina, okay. So it shouldn't be used, okay. So what should be done here? Selective, okay, we will use cardio-selectives, okay, like beta 1, okay. So here we will use cardio-selective beta blocker. So this is the better option, okay. So next, write the drug interaction between ciprofloxacin and theophylline. What is the enzyme? Okay. So here what happens? This fluoroquinolone, ciprofloxacin is a type of fluoroquinolone, we all know it, okay. So this is a type of which drug? Bactericidal, okay. So what happens? It inhibits the enzyme that is CYP1A2, okay. So this falls under which enzyme? That is cytochrome P450, isn't it? It has two components. This is one and another one is CYP3A4, okay. So it blocks the CYP1A2, okay. So what happens if it blocks the enzyme in the liver? The metabolism of this theophylline, that is the methylxanthine, is dependent upon the enzyme. This, okay. So what happens now? It cannot be metabolized, okay. So what happens? The concentration of the theophylline increases in the blood or in the plasma. So now it leads to toxicity, okay. Now what happens? What are the side effects of the toxicity? So the side effects are tachycardia, restlessness, then emesis, that is vomiting, agitation, sometimes cardiac arrhythmias, okay. So these are the side effects. What is the remarks? These two drugs shouldn't be combined, okay.